First, let me say that I'm happy that the lady in this video is okay. Second, let me break down what rape culture is. Rape culture is the fact that that man felt that he was entitled to some of this woman's time just because he said, let me talk to you for 2 minutes. Doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. If she said no, no means no. Rape culture is the comments that she has on her video about how she should have just spoke to him or dressed differently. Rape culture is me taking the heat for calling out other men for their terrible behavior. Rape culture is trying to explain stuff as, oh, it's just locker room talk. No, it's not locker room talk. You should talk the same way wherever you are. We all know that rape is not about sex, it's about power. So for you to force yourself on somebody, even if you're just talking to them, is disgusting, dude.
Mr. Perry, this is the Charles Perry Stalker podcast again. Listen, you've sucked away enough of my time. You've sucked away enough of everybody's time. It's June 13, 2022. Listen, I want for you to get out of my phone. I don't want you to butt into another fucking conversation. I'm typing something to my, to family, my ex-husband or whatever, and he starts typing over my typing what he thinks. Dude, listen, quit acting like a fucking girl. Put your dolly down. Stop bothering me. Control yourself. Stop sitting around being pathetic. You met your wife, Jacqueline, and whoever else you've had a crush on in your life, not by sitting on your fat, lazy ass watching TV, daydreaming, pretending like some little monkey, some little kid watching Frozen or something, or some of these women that have no life and they're just like watching soap operas and crap. You act like that, and I've had enough of it. I don't know how many different ways I gotta repeat the same thing. I don't like you. You make my skin crawl. You do nothing that I like. I would never in a million years want a person in my life that rapes me and violates me in the privacy of my house and plays with a little dolly and a little unicorn and can't control herself and acts all girl about shit. I don't like you. I don't like you. You're cruel. You're mean. You're nasty. What you tried to do to me last night is unbelievable and unforgivable, and you've done enough damage in my life. You have butt into relationships that are none of your business, don't concern you. Nobody invited you to Oklahoma. I did not introduce you to my family. There's no fucking way I would ever introduce you to my family, ever. You act like you think your hacking and your peeping is a date, and it's not. You're whack job. How are you not embarrassed? Everybody wants to know that. Because see, you act like this guy. It's so offensive and creepy and weirdo, and you do these things that you know are wrong and you know they're illegal, and it's fucking embarrassing to everybody else, and nobody understands why the fuck are you not embarrassed. You're embarrassing the hell out of us, everybody. Yeah, I guess there's been a time or two where you're in a meeting and that meeting is recorded and you're told act your age. Stop acting like a 2-year-old little spoiled brat kid who needs a spanking or something. Act your age. Quit acting like a fucking girl. Act like a man. Act like you understand what people say to you. I don't want you in my life. Butt the hell out. When I'm typing something and you start butting in, oh my God, what in the fuck is that? Don't hack me. Don't peep. Don't contact me. Don't bother my family. Stay the hell away from us. Get off your fat, lazy ass, you sick perv, and go work and go meet people. And maybe you'll meet some lesbian that likes girls like you. You have spent 12 years all by yourself, Nobody's holding your hand. Nobody's even trying to. You're getting kicked off me. You act like you think that everybody owes you something. Nobody understands why in the fuck you think that. You caused a problem. You committed a crime. You took things that don't belong to you. You butt into things that are none of your business, Connie Curry. Nobody asked you what you think, did they? No one asked you. We're tired of you. We're tired of hearing you. We're tired of you butting in. What you tried to do to me last night was outrageous. What you did to me already. You've taken my homes. You've had my car wrecked. You've done all this shit that is criminal. You're just a fucking little, prissy pants criminal. You're fucking fucktard. I don't go to the funny farm and ask those people what they think about anything. I don't. Because they're not all there. They're not right in the head. You're nothing different. You just haven't been locked up yet. You're exactly the same. I don't want to hear what you have to think. I never asked you. Nobody asked you. You weren't asked. You're making me feel raped. I don't like you. How many different ways do I need to say that? I don't like you. I don't want you. I want you to shut up and get out of my life. Quit peeping. It's a crime to peep, bitch. I want you to stop acting like a bitch-ass girl. I want you to go away. Everybody is so tired of you. I don't know how many different ways I can say that. Everything's a drama with you. You've taken up too many people's time. A lot of time. And what you have to show for that is you guys get told on and you get caught and you can't read the social feedback, fucktards. Read it. Understand it. When you get told on and caught, what do you think that fucking means? Somebody got pissed off that you're about to hurt me. Somebody got pissed off that you were about to hurt me. Whether it be one of your leaks. We don't have leaks. No one knows who. Charles types in my phone today. It's not the FBI helping you. Oh my God. Oh my God. I didn't even know what to say to that. Okay. I've not said who it is. I'm not going to say who it is. I'm not going to confirm or deny that. I don't care what you think. Think what you want. I don't know you an explanation. Here's what you need to do. Properly fucking assess your situation. You're in a lot of trouble. You're in a whole lot of trouble. And you act like you don't know that. The more you fuck with me, the more everybody gets mad. And then you get told on, and told on, and told on. And shit's happening you've never supposedly seen before. And you act like you don't know you have a new normal. You fucking got one. Nobody's done what I've done. Please, remember who it is you're talking to, bitch. Remember who it is you're talking to. You're making everybody embarrassed and angry and pissed off because you don't do a fucking thing all day but bother and bother and bother and cause problem after loss, after tragedy, everybody hates you. Why don't you get that? Everybody's sick of you. We hate you. We're sick of you. We don't want to hear about you need a lie. Our shrink is like telling the fucking judge. Mr. Perry goes all fucking day. Well, she doesn't say fucking. All day. Where it's vacillating between he's threatening her with death or another false arrest or financial loss or a property loss or some kind of loss. And then the next minute he's trying to entice her with stuff she doesn't want. And then he'll go back to the threats, and then he'll go back to the enticement, and then he'll start asking her who's talking, who told, and she again says, I'm not told that. Wouldn't tell you if I was, because when you're gone, I'm not going to help you stop the guy stopping your crime. When you're in jail, I won't be, this is gone, this is over. You don't bother me again. There's no more butting in. There's no more Charles Perry taking a perfectly fun day and making it extremely unfun and stressful. There's no more threats. There's no more harassment. There's no more anxiety. All the shit you make everybody feel that we hate feeling. You're a ball of toxic ick. We're tired of your delusions. Icked and slimed all over us. Stop, sir. Stop it. You are as weirdo as they get. You're as fucking weirdo as they come. You don't turn me on. You're a turnoff. You're disgusting me. If you think what you're doing is some new hot great way to pick up chicks, go into a bar and to find the ugliest bitch in there, and the 800-pound one with all the pimples and crap, and tell her, I have a peeping Tom problem. I'm gonna ruin your life. I'm gonna have your car wrecked. I'm gonna get you fired because I'm a sex sadist and I get off on that shit. And see if she'll go home with you. Leave me the fuck alone, weirdo. Stay the hell away from me and my family. Put the fucking dolly and the unicorn down. Take your skirt off and stop acting like a bitch-ass girl. You think I would go out with somebody like you? You are off your nut. There's nothing there. Get a grip on reality. You guys come up with these plans, and then a lot of times they don't work out because you're a delusional whack job and you have no idea how to properly assess a situation in order to properly anticipate your outcomes, and you get it wrong every time. It's so easy, it's not even fair. I don't want to be bothered by you. I don't like it. I don't like your contact. I don't like any of it. I don't like you. You're creepy and you're weirdo, and I've asked you to leave me alone. Leave me the fuck alone. Stay away from my fucking family. Listen, David, you got, oh my God, this one, listen. Do you see that? Dated October 23rd, 2021, where it's that long. You guys wanted my fucking shoe print. Because not anybody at TPD recorded talking about it. You were recorded talking about it. That is you. And I guess at one point, Calvin or whoever was talking about, we got to get her back to the car dealership. Can we not get her to the pawn shop? Can we not, because y'all gave me all that faked up jewelry. We'll starve her, and then we'll get her back out to that club where we can get a shoe imprint or whatever, because we're going to frame her for this murder. And I don't do murder. And there's cops that got that to me that know you were trying to frame me for a murder. This isn't TPD. That's you. So whoever was all complaining, well, you can't trust any of these people. Mo talks and this guy talks and that guy talks. And the guy said to you, whoever you complained about it to, said, she's not quoting them, she's quoting you. So, I mean, this is how fucking fucktard y'all are. That's y'all. Right here, talking about getting me back out to my club so that you can get my shoe imprint. It isn't anybody at TPD. It isn't anybody else. It's fucking you. It's not my family. It's not my friends. It's not the FBI. It's not the CIA. It's not the NSA. Listen, this is how the speculation. There's been a lot of speculation as to who's helping me. Okay, do remember, you had 6 years. I'm in a strip club 4 nights a week unless I was threatened. Unless you were going to hurt me and my guy said, don't go tonight. I'm sorry, I know you need the money. But, you know, if you could, I'll fucking live without food. I'm not going to go if it's dangerous. If they tell me it's too dangerous, don't go. There's times when they'll tell me the danger is worth the benefit, go. You're going to get something out of that. For us, you're going to get your money and you're going to be okay. It depends. They get the information from you first. Then they got to figure out, do we call extra people in to watch out for her? Where every time I fucking DoorDash, they got to call extra people in that are off. Because they're not just watching me, they're watching every fucker you have call in an order. They're watching each and every one of y'all. They're watching the whole fucking thing to make sure I'm okay. Everybody that follows me, because y'all have me tail half the time. Sometimes I'll ditch your tail. Sometimes I'll let you follow me. What are you going to do? Go into a courtroom and say, yep, we're stalking her. I mean, that's the allegations. You act like you don't know what the allegations are. The allegations are, in the forum state of Oklahoma, you're stalking, which is a felony. And it's a crime in all 50 states. Charles, I moved twice. What the fuck are you doing up here? Having me followed. The allegations are stalking, hacking, peeping. You don't know when I'm going to work unless you're peeping and you watch me get ready. Otherwise, for all you know, I'm watching television at home. You don't know which company I'm working for on any given day, or what hours I'm working on any given day, unless you're peeping and hacking. So what are you going to do? Go in a courtroom and go, yeah, we had her followed. We're stalking her. The only way we knew she left is that we were watching her get ready in the privacy of her house, just like she said. We're a bunch of sick little pervs peeping. We got a peeping Tom problem. And we're hacking her, so we know today it's DoorDash, tomorrow it's Uber Eats, whatever it is for the day. Whichever one is making me the most money, that's the one I'm going to pick. Whichever one looks busiest, that's the one I'm going to pick. Whichever app you jack around with the least, and you jack around with all of them. We've proven that. You know, you got a whole bitch ass, the police, not TPD, that are investigating you, started long ass time ago. By the way, when I've heard also, I guess there's been some questions as to why it's taking so long. I'm not told that exactly. It's international. There's like 100-something people in it. And it takes, if it were up to me, it'd have been done a long time ago. I think that there was disappointment that TPD didn't do their part. That would have maybe cut the time down less. The crimes in Tulsa. My police reports handed over to the offender. Nobody knows why the hell they did that. I've not made a huge thing about, I want to know which officer did that. I've not said a whole lot about it, have I? I've complained that shouldn't have happened. Watch Connecting the Dots. The National Victims Resource Stalking Center did. And there's a bunch of cops on there explaining, here's what you're supposed to do when you get a stalking report. And by the way, tell the victims they're in a lot of danger. These people are dangerous. You got Drew Carey's girlfriend died from her stalker. You got Rebecca Schaefer. You got Teresa Saldana. You got John Lennon. You got President Reagan. That John Hinckley Jr. was watching TV, Charles, just like you. He's watching Jodie Foster on TV pretending. Just like you, pathetic. And they're dead. They're fucking dead. Travis Alexander. People die from stalking. Being stalked. Stalkers are Looney Tunes. And they're fucking dangerous. They'll kill ya. Mr. Perry's tried to kill me more than once. Thank God there's police from somewhere else that give me shit like that have kept me from getting murdered. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here right now. It wasn't my day. Actually, the ultimate choice is God's. We all have a day. We have a day, and that's our day. And I learned, if you can't watch the American Sniper Chris Kyle story, he's a sniper in Iraq. Dude does 4 tours in Iraq. He's got people shooting at him. The people right next to him are shot and killed. His buddies, his friends, die and is like right next to him, and he's fine. And then the guy comes home and then he gets murdered. Oh my gosh, if that doesn't tell you don't die until it's your fucking day, I don't know what will. And then when it's your day, you're going. That it's not up to us. It's God makes those decisions. So it wasn't my day to go. I don't know why it was Lucky's. I wish it wouldn't have been. It was his day, and I'm sorry that he had to go the way he went. It doesn't make the murder okay, by the way. Why would it? So, we have 10 commandments. Don't murder people. Don't bear false witness against your neighbor. Don't walk into a courtroom, Mr. Perry, and lie. And don't covet things that don't belong to you. And don't have idols and shit. You guys are all in the occult pretending you're Christians, we hear. I think we got that from the FBI, by the way. All these guys that are fucking with her are say they're Christians, and all of them are in the occult. Does she know that? Does she know that? Yep, we know that. So, you're living a fraud, okay? Well, don't bother me with it anymore. Don't fucking bother me and my family with it anymore. Charles, you mean absolutely not a damn thing to me at all. Nothing. Not a damn thing. So my guys are like, you're gonna, I mean, this is this one's good. I'm not gonna say a fucking thing about it. A lot of times I won't comment one way or the other. If there's speculation, fine. Let the speculation go. But somebody was like, we think that she has some connection from the people that she partied with in Vegas with Paramount, because that memo 618, they've done that to her. This is a memo 618 if ever I've seen it. If you watch The Good Fight on Paramount, there's a memo 618 that goes to the judges, and they will fucking do weird ass shit that doesn't even make sense to the law, like Judge Cummins doesn't give any reason for his, denials in these secret backroom ex parte things where I'm not in, and Perry goes in and bears false witness, being he's all Christian and whatever, occult actually. So that's one. And the second thing was the Clarice show that she really likes. We think that was written for her, about her, because it's so fucking dead on to her. And, all I'm going to say is, Perry, that you are, there's a lot of people talking. And a lot of those people are your people. And you guys walk around, is it you? Did you talk? Did you? And man, stop that. Just fucking stop. I mean, the cover. If I find out about it, you don't have a cover up, and that ship sailed so fucking long ago. It sailed with the McNamara email, dude, or bitch. What are you gonna be today? A girl or a guy? Don't butt into my conversations. Get the fuck out of my phone. No one asked you what you think. There's nothing there for me. I don't feel anything for you but disgust. Nothing. And by the way, FBI, if you listen to this, he typed in my phone, you're not helping. So just so you know, that's what he's saying. Because he likes these people. People are talking. I heard Keith Quigley was not happy with us still getting these. So Keith, I'm sorry, but here's the thing. People are suffering, and lawmen and women are called to release suffering caused by crime. And I'm sorry if that offends you. We heard you got offended. I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope that's true. That's not true. I hope that information is incorrect information about you. I don't know you. I've never met you. I know that law enforcement, a friend of mine in law enforcement, consulted you on my parents' case long ago. And we appreciated your input. Thank you for that. But lawmen and women, whether it's a local PD, or it's FBI, or it's CIA, or it's Sheriff's Department, or whatever it is, they're called to relieve suffering caused by any crime at all, and this is bad, and these men are very, very cruel, mean, wicked-ass men, and you know that, and I know that, and I'm sorry that putting a stop to it would upset you. I would hope that's not true. I would like to believe that's bullshit. So, but somebody told one of our guys that a couple of days ago, that you're upset that we're still getting these. So why that would be, golly, why would that be? Why the hell would that be? Let's hope that's bullshit. Mr. Perry, this was y'all, not anybody at TPD. Nobody owes you guys an explanation. You're committing the crime. You're making unwanted contact with me and my family. Nobody invited you to Oklahoma. Everybody would like you to leave me alone. Leave me the fuck alone. You keep giving us one thing after another after another. It's like you just can't stop yourself. You get caught, and you go at it again. And then you get caught again, and then you go at it again. And then you get caught again, and then you go at it again. And it's been that way for 12 years. How stupid can you be? Mr. Perry, your doll and your unicorn aren't getting you a date. They're getting you told on, and you act like you don't know that. Stop acting like a bitch-ass girl. I think you're the biggest turnoff I've ever met in my life. We don't do cruel. We don't do weirdo. We don't do creepy. Nobody owes you an explanation. You are ruining people's lives, sir. Ruining them. You're not going to get a lot of cooperation when you do that. You don't have to stick your hand in the blender to know you don't fucking stick your hand in the blender. And you do it every day. And then you whine and complain you got a little cut up. Boo fucking who? You are stupid. That's your fault. It's your fault. Get your fucking hand out of the blender. Get away from me and my family. Every time you bother us, we get something like that. McNamara email. We're that. David, this is the murder frame up you are planning. The reason I knew you were planning it, I'm not in jail. I know beforehand, same as the McNamara email. I have to talk to you guys like you're fucking 3 years old. It's like you can't get it. It's like you just can't keep up with everybody else. Charles, why are you not embarrassed by the weirdo that you are? Why? You should be. Do you even know that? You should be fucking embarrassed. You embarrassed the hell out of me and everybody else. One of your guys, after one of your meetings while I lived out in Manford, he said, we told Charles, you need to let her go. She doesn't like you. And all you're doing is making things bad for everybody else. Because you do all this whack job stuff that doesn't work. And you piss everybody off, and then y'all get caught. Because you were getting caught even back then. Every day. And he said, that guy did something I've never in my life seen a grown man do. He clenched his fist, and he turned red, and he threw a fit like a fucking 2-year-old. I have not in my life seen a grown man act like that. I had to leave the room. It made me want to barf. I didn't even know what to do. How pathetic is that? How pathetic is that, sir? You want to be governor, and you're shitting us with that, right? And you do know that when you were talking about that, we just need you to make a false arrest, and I'll make it worth your while. I need her to apologize. I'm going to throw her back in jail and cause extreme duress, and I've written a letter of apology, and she's going to fucking sign it. It's not her words, it's my words. I heard that one, and the guy said, you know what? That guy can't be governor. He can't even figure out how to fucking get over it and move on. Teenagers, 12-year-olds can do that. And this bitch has overcome $25 million cover-up. That's who ought to run the state. Somebody that can do that. You're not impressing anybody. You're embarrassing people. Your conduct is way outside social norms. It is extreme deviancy. Extreme. I understand that Michael Neely has been psychologically tortured. Oh my, and y'all won't just fuck off him. Why are you doing that? Why would you do that? I asked you to leave him alone, didn't I? So I'm going to tell you something. David and Charles and all you weirdos, when we got this, it wasn't up to you. Somebody gave us this information, and nobody called you and said, is it okay if we give this to Cynthia? Did they? It wasn't up to you, was it? It wasn't up to you. The ringtones, Richard, blah, blah, blah. The 20 bazillion emails. Let me tell you what the judge said about that one. Pages of fucking conversations you guys had about getting my ringtone. So, how many times were you told she already knows about it? She's not going to let you get a ringtone. So, when they go in front of that judge and ask for an investigatory order, Mr. Quigley, FBI Keith, we call you. FBI Keith and FBI George. So this, and I'm not going to tell anybody who's doing anything, Mr. Perry. So when you're typing in my phone, The FBI's not helping you. Well, okay, I'm not going to say yes or no or fucking anything. I'm not going to say. It's not your business. There's been great amount of effort to keep that information from you. We don't have leaks. Whether it's FBI in a basement off the book, or CIA or NSA or ICE. You asked me if it was ICE because y'all are smuggling women across the border in Canada. That's why you were up in Montana, right? Jesus. Ooh. These guys are mean motherfuckers. Does she know what she's doing? I absolutely do. I know exactly what I'm doing. Because here's the thing, Mr. Keith, or FBI Keith. We don't mean to offend you when we try to protect people's lives. We don't mean to upset you. Sorry that we did that. It's not Keith's office anyway. He's in Lubbock. I wouldn't expect any good to come from Lubbock. I've seen a whole lot of corruption come out of Lubbock. People that aren't very smart. So there are about 5 people in Lubbock that I respect, and I don't know how the hell they stand it there, to be honest with you. This is the ringtone deal. So what happened is they're going in and they're playing a recording of y'all, and the judge looked at him and he goes, "Let me ask you a question. They do know. She knows about the ringtone." And our guy goes, "Yeah, they do know." And he goes, "And yet here I am listening to yet another conversation of these guys talking about a ringtone. Why is that?" And our guy goes, "You got me." And he goes, "What kind of people have the same conversation this much when they know she already knows it? She already knows about it. What? I'm sorry, but I'm confused as to why I'm having to listen to the same thing over and over. We all know about the ringtone. We all know about the ringtone. So why am I, in my chambers, am I having to listen to it again? They're caught on this. They're caught on it. Do they not know what it means when she says, "We know you want my ringtone. You were recorded talking about it. Not one time, but again and again and again and again." Do they not understand what that means? So, here's the thing. You don't have to bring me another thing on the ringtone. If you need any other court order signed that has anything at all to do with this ringtone, I think we've beat the ringtone horse to death. Bring it to me and I'll sign it, but I'm not going to sit here and listen to this again. I have heard the same conversation from these people that she knows already about. She's heard it too. We've all heard it. And I'm done listening to it. And they need to stop talking about the same thing over and over and over and over. We all know about the damn ringtone. So whatever else you need that has anything to do with this ringtone, I'm happy to sign it. So when you have a conversation over and over and over and over, and it's the same threat, you're coming where I am. You're making a threat to me. You want to use the ringtone. You have me followed. You're stalking. That's the allegations, Charles. Who is it I'm sorry. I need your attorney to explain who is it you think you're fooling. Please do tell us. When we've quoted you over and over on the same damn thing, and you're proving me out. What do you want my ringtone for? What do you want my shoe print for? But for, it proves out all the other recordings. You're hacking me. You're stalking me. You're a peeping Tom. Because there's no way you could know when I'm leaving my home. There's no way you could know I'm getting ready to go to work or to the grocery, and then flip on my phone to see which company I'm going to deliver for on any given day. Which one's busier, which one's offering a better incentive, or whatever we got. In order to then have your people call in an order. And then I take their food to their house and I put it at the door. And what in the world? We got a reflective glass, and a camera doorbell. So these 3 companies were contacted, Mr. Perry, and they told our guys, drivers are chosen on an algorithm. So he would have to hack her in order to get his people to get her as the driver, to take a picture of her. You're on record. And it's happened over and over and over and over. And you got a lot of very smart people that are kind of sick and tired of hearing you talk about the same damn thing with your Alzheimer's problem and shit. We said it. We caught it. It's done. You're done. So, what has happened? Also, here's the thing. When I have a new normal, I pivot. It's not hard. It's easy. The new normal for me is you took my birth certificate and you took my social security card from me. So we know that you were intending to sex traffic me, because why else would Charles Perry need those documents? No good can come from him having those documents. He likes to go to Montana because he's smuggling women across the border. They want my driver's license. That's recorded a lot too. We got to get her driver's license from her. We got to get her driver's license from her. We're going to rob her of her identity. So once we ship her across the Canadian border, we're going to sell her. No, you're not. So we got to get a ringtone. Okay, so right there, I got a new normal, don't I? Now I can't just go dance at my club and leave my purse in the back like I used to. Because you got people digging in it when I'm out on the floor. When I used to dance, that's what you were doing, digging through my shit. I got a new normal. I can't do that anymore. So I make sure my driver's license is in my fucking sock at all times. So that anybody can dig through my purse, but they're not going to find my driver's license. That's my pivot. You heard of that? New normal, pivot. You guys do the same damn thing. Well, now I got all these about my fucking ringtone. Do you think maybe I know how to turn my fucking phone off so it doesn't ring? And you're not going to get my ringtone. It's called new normal, pivot. Most people just leave their phone on, right? I used to. Until you kept trying to get my ringtone, stalker. Pivot. No more ringtone. Y'all can talk about it all you want. And you pissed the judge off with that already. I'm tired of hearing the same damn conversation again and again and again. And the same thing with my car. It's going to take her car. So, you think he didn't hear about what you tried last night today? He did. I'll let you figure out what he thought of that. And your little threats of, we got one of our victims, we want to get her back to Texas so we can fuck with her. She's going to sign the damn letter of apology under great duress in jail. He knows what you're doing to Michael Neely. He knows exactly what you're doing to Michael Neely. How do you think I know Mike's not doing well? With your psychological torture. And how do I know that every time I start quoting y'all go toss his fucking sail? We got his back. And how that happens is not your business, is it? You're hurting somebody. You're causing suffering. You're pissing off the wrong people. We got all this. David and Charles, did anybody call you and ask you permission to give it to me? Oh, hell no. It's not up to you. That's your new normal. It's not up to you. Keith Quigley, I'm sorry you were offended that we got something that would keep people safe. I'm sorry that you got upset by that. I don't know what to say to you, sir. I know you're from Lubbock, and that explains a lot. That sure explains a lot. How much did they buy you? I mean, did you get bought? Why would you say something like that if that information is correct? You should be very happy that people are being protected from crime. I didn't get shipped across the border. They didn't get my driver's license. You know why? Because they got law enforcement that's trying to end suffering and shit, like law enforcement's supposed to, that are telling me what I need to be careful of. That's what you're supposed to do if you're a cop or an FBI agent. That's what you're supposed to do, sir. Right? Aren't you? Are you not? If not, if that's wrong information, if you're supposed to help the criminal, please, where's the law? Show me that law. I'd love to see it. Because I'm reading Title 18 of the United States Code, Section 1512 and 1513. And if you say something like that, it looks to me like you don't understand that law very well. We do. We understand it perfectly. There's a judge signing shit and gotten tired of hearing the ringtone. He understands it. I don't know. I hope that information was just wrong. Please tell me it was. This Mr. Quigley, FBI Keith. Police got me that. Nobody called Charles and Dave and asked them if it was okay to give it to me. Somebody was very disturbed by Mr. Perry's intent to arrange a false arrest, to subjugate or whatever, and then entice me with stuff I don't want. The shrink. He keeps trying to entice her, but he's asking if she wants stuff she doesn't want. She doesn't want him. I'll give you whatever you want if you'll lie for me. FBI Keith, is that legal? I don't think it is. I'm reading the law. I'm not born yesterday. They got a judge that he didn't think it was legal. I mean, surely you're not upset about people being safe, right? I hate to hear that you would be upset if people are safe and protected from an intended harm. I mean, I'm saying this before my false arrest. They did obstruct justice. They did destroy my evidence. Where's my blood test? Where's my conversation with a detective? Here's the video on the night Mr. Robertson was in, and that I describe in the police report of the 21st of January, 2016. I didn't get a call back from Tulsa Police till like a month later, February 15. So when did I do that conversation, and how was that not obstructing justice and impeding the proper collection of evidence? Keith, why would you be upset people are being protected? I would hope that's bullshit. I hope I don't ever hear that again. Perry's typing in my phone. FBI's not helping you. Okay. That you know of. And I'm not going to say they are or they're not. What I told you is I'm not telling you who it is. I don't want to help you. I want you gone. We all do. That's why you're not getting anything out of anybody. Well, nor is anybody helping you. It doesn't matter if they're on your payroll. They're not going to get any answers. I don't care who it is. Okay? You do know that there's interagency arguments once in a while when there's one guy that's not corrupt and there's one that is. They argue sometimes. That's not odd at all. That's normal. You see that, FBI Keith? That's very specific to me. I got that in jail. Not some random time. In jail. I didn't get this a year before I met Fabian when I wouldn't know who he was. I got it in jail. Fabian's name intersects with the word hope. It's not just any name. It's Fabian's name. Fabian one. See, Charles is a butt-in. Do you see the word me there? That word is depicting Charles Perry. He's a selfish little butt-in. Just a little wannabe weirdo. And this, on the right, is the word sad. He makes everybody sad. And on the left is the word boo. He makes everybody scared. And that word boo also is a joke going way the hell back between one of the guys helping me and me. So that way I'd know he did that. So what are the chances, Mr. FBI Keith, who doesn't like it when people are protected and safe? That's a big deal for me, FBI Keith, to be able to look victims in the face and go, you're safe now. He won't hurt you ever again. Like try to smuggle you the fuck over the Canadian border and shit. And then you never see your family again and everybody thinks you're just missing. How many women have you done that to? I'm not 20, I'm 50 something. And once I have help that got me that, nobody asked you permission to get me that puzzle, did they, Charles? Or Dave, did y'all get a phone call? Do you think, is it okay if we give her this puzzle in jail? Not some random time in her life. It's not some other guy's name. It's Fabian's name. And it's intersecting with the word hope. Not some other word. Not just in the same book or on the same page. Right there together. Just like that for me. Not a year after. Not a year after. Not a year before. Right then, right there. So, did they consult you? No, they didn't. It wasn't up to you. The fact that I knew you keep trying to get my driver's license away from me so you can smuggle me across the border. You already got my social security card. You already got my birth certificate. And all you were trying to get still is my driver's license. And I heard that recording, as did the judge, over and over and over and over. That fucking thing stays in my sock. Nobody's getting it. But we know you want it. And the judge is like, here we go again with the same conversation with the Alzheimer's people. He didn't say Alzheimer's people, but he said these people. But everybody's, we certainly say it. But nobody asked your permission to get me that information, did they? It wasn't up to you. Last night when you're making all these calls trying to get my car towed, and that taxi guy over here, only he doesn't take a debit card. He only takes a credit card and shit. Anybody call you and say, is it okay we tell Cindy? Not up to you. Wasn't up to you. When I tell you, get the fuck out of my life. Stay the fuck away from the Neelys. Either get him out of jail or leave him the fuck alone. You put him there. You committed fraud upon a court. Now you got a lot of people mad at you. Because most of us who are normal, we don't like that. We don't like that shit at all. You've fucked with my family. You've threatened my family. You've threatened other people. And so when I tell you, you're being stopped every time you're told on. And it's not up to you. If you don't do it by yourself, like a fucking grown-ass man, it's going to be done for you. And it's not up to you. What I mean by that is, if they can get that to me, and it wasn't up to you, and the McNamara email, and get her driver's license from her email, and the last night, which you tried to do, all that crap, that's not up to you. What the hell makes it think that it's up to you how this is going to end? It's not going to end well for you. I know that. You're causing the problem. You're invading my privacy. You're pissing me off every time you contact me. Because what did I tell you to do? Shut up and get away from me. You're a sociopath. You are absolutely antisocial disorder sociopath. And you are the only thing that matters to you. And we get that. But the problem is you're not reading the social feedback. Because everybody else says, yeah, no, that's not, nope. Not this time. So when I'm quoting what you just said, and not TPD, I'm quoting you, David. You want me back on that pole so you can get my shoe print. I can go back there and get her shoe out of the back while she's in the VIP. Right? How do I know you said that? Did anybody call and ask your permission? Wasn't up to you. If they can do all that, they can put a stop to what you're doing. And it's not up to you. Charles, stop acting like a bitch-ass girl. I don't like you. Boo fucking who. Everybody gets rejected. Everybody else can just move on. Why can't you? You're fucking embarrassing me. When your son was a teenager, no question he got rejected a time or two. We all do. What would you have done if he acted like you? You're his dad, and you're acting like a pathetic little girl. What a legacy for him you're leaving. We build our legacy one day at a time, one act at a time. Okay? What in the fuck would you do if your son did what you're doing and acted the way you're acting? Holy God. Well, I mean, how embarrassing. Why aren't you embarrassed? You should be. Why aren't you embarrassed, sir? You should be. Everybody else is. Embarrassed for you and by you. You got a couple of guys on your payroll or people you threaten into saying what you want to hear. And that's all that is. They're saying what you want to hear, and I've said that. Sometimes everybody wants you to just shut up. And the second you start arguing with you, now you're taking up my time with an argument that you're going to sit there and lie to me and waste my day. And I don't have the time, so I'm going to tell you whatever you want to hear so I can go on to the next thing in my day. That happens a lot. You insult people's intelligence when you lie to them. Especially especially when they're smarter than you because they know you're lying. And for you, that's everybody. You're not wanted. You're told on. It's been that way for years. I am not in control of the day of your arrest. If it were up to me, it would have been a long fucking time ago, and TPT would have done it, because that would have began a domino effect a lot sooner. I don't like it that it's taking this long, but here's the thing. Nobody owes you any explanation. Nobody. Nobody owes you a fucking explanation about a fucking thing. What we do know is that you're dangerous. And you like destroying evidence, and you like threatening people, including cops. How many cops have you said, we did the thing to Mike and Lucky, we'll do it to you? How many cops have you told that to? How many cops have you threatened, Mr. Perry? You're all about the threats and the bribes. You do it to me every day, all day. The shrink testified about it. He's either threatening her or just pestering her, or he's trying to entice her with stuff she doesn't want. All day, every day. He does nothing else. And boy, everybody gets mad. I said, leave me alone. I didn't say, what do you think about blah, blah, blah. Nobody asked you what you think. No one cares. We're tired of hearing what you think. Sick of it. We're sick of you. And you act like you don't know what those words mean. Get a fucking special ed teacher or a nurse. Please stop contacting me. When you do, and when you cause a problem, you piss everybody off. All the wrong people. Keith, dear Jesus in heaven, I hope to God that information was wrong and that you're not disappointed that everybody's safe, because there's somebody watching my back and whoever else Mr. Perry likes to threaten. If I'm talking about it, we know. And if we know you don't have a cover-up, that cover-up, that thing, that ship sailed. I get that you're from Lubbock, FBI Keith, but the law's the law, sir. Title 18 of the United States Code 1512 and 1513 is the same in all states. All 50 states have federal law. Stalking, when you come over to Oklahoma, you're a little old fart. He has a bizarre bore of a life, and you keep coming up to Oklahoma pretending, and you go around telling everybody 50 different stories about what's happening. Oh, that's my concubine. Oh, I'm a sex trafficker. Oh, that's my wife. Oh, that's my, whatever bullshit the story of the day is, Mr. Perry wants to tell everybody. It's different, we hear. What is that? Is that not a violation of a federal stalking law? I think it is. I'm thinking it is, sir. FBI Keith, don't be sad if everybody's safe. That's the goal of law enforcement, sir. There's honor in your badge, too. It's not just locals that there's honor in the badge. There's code of ethics. There's policies and procedures. They weren't followed. They weren't followed for me. And here's the thing. Pattern. It's a pattern. It wasn't followed for Justice Scalia either. And that raised the eyebrow of a commander, DC homicide, William O. Ritchie. What in the hell happened here? And that's a Supreme Court judge, sir. My harassment emails that are going way back to 2017, they're going to commit a fraud on the highest court of the land, FBI Keith. What say you to that? And right in West Texas, right when they're planning that, the First Amendment guy on the United States Supreme Court, Justice Antonin Scalia, ends up dead under suspicious circumstances to the smart people. I don't know what happened to everybody else. Protocol wasn't followed. Why is that? If you're a good cop, you start questioning shit that doesn't look right. If you're good. I know, I was raised by 4 generations. FBI Keith, my granddad, was involved in that alien investigation. We don't believe in aliens, by the way. So, what in the hell, sir? Please tell me that information is incorrect. Please tell me that information is wrong. I hope it's wrong. And that you're not disappointed that people are safe. Because every time Charles Clare and these men that are running a sex trafficking business and exploitation shit, what happened to Josh Schulte? Did you check into that? Josh Schulte said he had child porn on his computer. He said, well, it's not mine. I'm hosting it for somebody else. Would that have been Charles Perry? They're all from Charles. Josh is from Lubbock. Did you check? Did you do an a complete and thorough investigation? Did you follow policy and procedure and all that shit? Was there a connection? See? Did somebody else look into it and they're going to hold on to it for now until the whole thing's over with? I mean, I don't even know what to say. Is FBI George on the same page with you? Does he know what you said? That you're not okay with people being safe? That when Mr. Perry sits down and plans a crime against me and I find out about it because somebody's investigating him, that you are disappointed about that? I'm not going to sign a letter of apology, Mr. Perry. Those aren't my words, they're yours. You want to put me in a situation where I'm under duress and make me say things that have nothing to do with me? I already told you what I would be happy to do. I'm happy to hold a press conference for you. I'll read your fucking letter. But I'm going to make sure everybody knows it's your words and not mine. You're not going to talk for me, bitch. I talk for me. Nobody else talks for me. You don't know what you're dealing with. There's power. You can get me that in jail and tell me what you just said. Trying to take my car. Here's the deal. We're gonna take her car. We're gonna tow it. I don't know. I'm not gonna get into whether or not my cousin or my ex-husband was called yet. All we know is we heard you. We're gonna tow her car. I just gotta find a tow guy to get out there tonight. And then when I have her, she's gonna call her ex-husband and go, oh, he took my car. Well, I can't get there. I'm busy. I can't drive up there and get you. You're going to have to take a plane. Take a cab to the airport. Here's some money. I'll put it on your card. Except your guy wouldn't take a debit card, and you took my credit card, so I don't have a credit card, so I can't do the taxi thing. And we heard all that. Have Craig get her stuff, and I'm going to go through it. I'm going to look through her shit. Well, here and then the guy that said that, Mr. Perry, he's smart and you're not. Guess what he said? I don't know why the hell he thought she would go on a plane to Texas. She knows he's going to have her arrested the second she gets there. He's been planning that for a long time. It's not a valid arrest. It's not legit. Because you were planning that when you did the first one. Yep. And then we have a dead Supreme Court judge. And twice now, policy and procedures aren't followed when I make a police report against you. And procedures aren't followed when Justice Scalia died. Post-mortem policy and procedure wasn't followed. And that's why Commander Ritchie was questioning everything. Right? What happened? Yeah, if he was here, we'd have done X, Y, Z. That's policy and procedure. What's happening in West Texas, that didn't happen. It's kind of fishy. What happened to him? What'd they do to him? Smart people start questioning shit like that, FBI Keith. And why would the FBI be mad if people are safe? You signed up to protect and serve. Don't get mad. That's the right thing to happen. Mr. Perry wanted to perpetrate a fraud on the highest court of the land. And Justice Scalia was in West Texas while he was planning all that. These emails give validity to what Commander Ritchie said. He's just speculating. What the fuck happened here? Okay, who has the kind of power to get me that in jail? Nope, Charles, nobody owes you an explanation about anything, bitch. You're going to jail because you're hurting people. Lawmen are called to relieve suffering caused by crime, the suffering you're causing. And when we get information about your intent to cause more, nobody owes you an explanation or an apology. You stick that up your ass. Mr. Keith, please don't get disappointed when people are safe. That's not what law enforcement is for. Look at the date on that, FBI Keith. 12/31/2017. That's a long-ass time ago. He's wanting to use me as a harassment case before the Supreme Court. He's going to send me home, harass the hell out of me, and then when I complain about it, say I'm harassing him, he's going to lie. And he did it in civil court, so he can't say he didn't plan it. He did, and then he did it. In Lubbock, where you are. In Lubbock, where you are. So, were you in on that? I mean, I hate it when the truth starts coming out. 4/11. Guess when they did it? Like 5 months after that email was sent. several years after that one, and several years after that one. There'd been a lot of conversations between my attorneys and I about it. In fact, as soon as Mr. Hogan picked me up from jail, I told him right then. Everybody, it was all over the jail. It's already all over Lubbock, I promise you that. Lubbock is a small town, and the thing that I hated about Lubbock, I could never really understand it, because we didn't have time for this in Vegas, is what happened in Lubbock is that something happens at 8, and boy, howdy, everybody picks up the phone, and they'll call 5 people. You can't tell anybody, but it's top secret. And then those 5 people call 5 people, and they say the same thing. So it's by 8/11, it's everywhere. It's every fucking where. So this is all over town by now. It's been, Charles, no one asked you what you think, did they? So when I got this, did anybody ask your permission? It wasn't up to you. I got it anyway, didn't I? It never is. You don't matter, Charles Perry. Write it down. Stick it on a sticky on your little imaginary world TV. Your pretend land. Your fucking doll is a problem. So is your unicorn. Pray to them. See if they can get you a date. Like a real one with a real person. You see this letter, FBI Keith? I wrote a letter after talking to 2 cops. They came into Sensations and said, he's trying to make us find a way to arrest you. And we told him no. And I'm telling the U.S. attorney, dude, he's trying to use law enforcement to hurt me. And just arrange an arrest. Because he needs a lie. And I won't lie. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to do it, Perry. I'll read your letter of apology on a press conference, but they need to know it's your words, not mine. And the judge is getting sick of hearing about your, I got to make her apologize. We just need her to apologize. So, that one's been said a lot, too. He started hearing that one, too. Everybody else doesn't have Alzheimer's. You only have to say it once for us. We're really, really smart, sir. Mr. Perry. Sir, we're smart. We've been thinking circles around you for a long-ass time. In our sleep. All right, FBI Keith. By law in Oklahoma, you absolutely, positively must file a police report if you want to get a judge to give you a stalking protective order. I know that because I learned it the hard way. I brought the case number and Officer Lowry's name to court with me, but I forgot the damn report. And so Judge Irick said, you don't get the protective order, lady. You forgot the fucking police report. You got to have it. Marler versus Clower held that you have to have the actual report in court, or I can't give you the order. But guess what else he said, FBI Keith? Mr. Perry, it goes without saying, leave her alone. She's making it clear by being here today, she doesn't want any contact with this guy at all. Ever again. Or she wouldn't go through the trouble to be here. And I don't. And I moved twice. First, I kept my mouth shut about your sicko problem for 4 years. And then I moved. And then I moved again. And then I went to the public because you wouldn't fuck off. And I'm not going to be Chandra Levy. Okay? I'm not going to be Chandra Levy. I'm going to be fine. You're going away. And the people that tell me the shit you're trying to do to me next, it's up to them, not you. They don't call you and ask your permission, do they? Because it's not up to you. You're the problem. You're the criminal. You're causing the loss and the hardship. You're pissing everybody off with that. Nobody likes human suffering. FBI Keith, they don't like it. I'm sorry that you're okay with it. That you would be disappointed somebody's putting a stop to it. Please tell me that was a lie. Please tell me that information is not true. I mean, I hope to God this was being texted to me. We're going to kill you. He was saying it verbally and in text all the time. Recant your claims, Mr. Perry's a stalker, or we'll put you in the lake. First words out of his mouth. First words out of his mouth after he introduced himself. Then, let your life fade away. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Let my life fade away. What does that even fucking mean? So you know what Chief Miller said about that, or those guys out in Manford? Do you know how many times I've told a woman that? Let your life fade away? Never, because it's weirdo. Yep. And that, I want the destruction to end. Well, I'm asking him, what does that fucking mean? What does that even fucking mean? I want the death and destruction. I want the stalking to end without death and destruction. Because remember, I'm getting death threats on a daily basis. At work. Where I live, where I work, in the form state of Oklahoma. Recant your claims he's a stalker, or we'll put you in the lake. Okay, and then I'm getting sick on arsenic or what the fuck ever it was. So once you file a police report, FBI Keith or whoever, Jesus, I can't believe I'm saying these words. On January 21st, I filed a police report, and then what's supposed to happen is there's supposed to be the proper collection of the evidence and then an investigation using the evidence to determine what here's what happened. That's what law enforcement does. You know how I know? My granddaddy was a chief. He was a lawman. This is what happened. That's not what's supposed to happen. Fraud upon a court right here. Perjury right here. There's no political vendetta. Where's the rants? I rant. I've been working in politics, government reform all my life, so I know good and well if you can't change anything if you don't talk about it. And believe me, I can talk about it. Me and John Lopez was the chief of staff for John Ensign. He and I had words. We got in a fight. I'm telling him off and he's telling me off. And so you got to know that I'm pretty fucking bold and vocal, and I don't care who you are, because I'm telling the chief of staff off for a United States senator. Most people don't even get through to a chief of staff for a United States senator, much less, we're having a screaming match. And I'll give you the proof of that. So believe me, if there was a political something, there'd be tweets about it. There would have been, texts about it. There would have been, me and Charles would have fought about it. There would be a something somewhere that would say, here's the issue she's upset about. In fact, she sent this ranting email that she's mad about Charles Perry voting XYZ on XY bill. And there's no such thing. Because here's the thing, when you ought to know this, FBI Keith, in D.C., it's very competitive with all kinds of issues on the desk of whoever the elected official is. And the only way you're going to get your issue on top of that stack of shit, budget matters, environmental matters, healthcare matters, and just in healthcare alone, which was my thing, you got Alzheimer's, you got diabetes, you got heart disease, you got cancer, and then here's me, lymphedema, way the fuck at the bottom of that. So how am I going to get my issue at the top of the list? The greasy wheel, you got to get vocal. So it's my nature. You get vocal. You say something. You talk about it. And you talk about it very firmly like I'm doing right now. And you don't back off. You can't afford to. If you do that, then we'll talk. You're on the bottom of the list again. Because there's other lobbyists in there all the time. And they're not scared. They're going to say what they think. I'm going to get chewed up and spit out if I don't say what I think too. And I want my patients to have the help they need. So I'm either wasting my time and theirs, or we get vocal. So that's who I am. That's what I do. I've done it all my life. And so when I'm going to Charles Perry, little bitty nobody, podunk nothing, who just popped out from under a rock and decides to run for office, I helped him get elected, by the way. Wow, he thinks he matters. Holy shit. What delusion we have here. Where's the emails? Where's the text that would have given Judge Hanson probable cause to believe that I filed a false police report hadn't even fucking been investigated yet? You interfered with the chain of custody of evidence, didn't you? Because now I can't get a blood test. I'm in jail in Lubbock, right? And you guys knew all that. Here's the thing: you aren't even going to go to trial. You had no intention of going to trial because at the your guy Matt Powell should have collected it. Because he had a legal obligation. ABA rules require it. The law requires it. Brady versus Maryland require it. You gotta fucking collect the evidence, damn it. And he didn't even try. No intention at all to go to trial. You are intimidating me. That's it. That's all that was. It's called 18, Mr. FBI Keith. Title 18, United States Code, Section 1512 and Section 1513 prohibit all that. Look when they called me back asking me to bring in the evidence. Oh shit, way the fuck after I'm already in jail for something that's not a crime in the state where I live. In fact, it's the law. I didn't have a choice. You gotta file it. So please don't be disappointed when I'm protected by someone that you can't get to either, I guess. Nobody owes you an explanation, Charles. You're causing the problems. You're pissing people off. People get pissed off when you start taking shit doesn't belong to you. And that includes life. Here's the thing, FBI Keith. What matters to me is that we don't show depraved indifference to human life. Why in the fuck would you do that? We have a dead Lucky and an almost dead framed Mike and an almost dead, almost framed Cynthia because somebody didn't. TPD could have got him on obstruction right here. There's my motion to dismiss. A year and a half later. Who the fuck does that? And while I'm in jail, he does the harassment plan. And I've got the emails going way the hell back to 2017. So if you're disappointed that I got protected again, I hope that's a lie and not true. I hope you did not say that. Dear Jesus, please let that not be true. Depraved indifference to human life. Had TPD prosecuted an obstruction case right here, then we might not have a dead Lucky and an almost dead framed Mike Neely. And one that's being psychologically tortured right now by Mr. Robertson and his little crew of wicked occult people. I believe in you fighting crime. I believe in it. I believe in it to my core. I was raised in it. I cut my teeth on a badge of the chief where I lived. My family was the power in the town where I grew up. Charles Perry. You don't have any idea what that's like. Because you're a podunk nothing. You got little girl problems. You got weirdo problems. You got mommy issues. And you're bothering me with it. And I don't appreciate it. Nobody asks your permission when they tell me what you're about to do to hurt me. It's not up to you. And the end of this, not going to be up to you either. And nobody owes you a fucking thing. You know what you owe us? Compliance with the law. When I say don't contact me, then don't fucking contact me. Don't peep, don't hack. You don't butt into any conversation again. Don't do it. I promise you, you'll wish you hadn't done that. I hate it. It disgusts me. And when I say stuff like that, I mean legal consequences landing on you with both feet like a ton of bricks. For all of you, leave me the fuck alone. Leave me the fuck alone. Leave me the fuck alone. Act like you understand what I'm saying. Leave me the fuck alone. When you don't, you piss off the wrong people. When I go to work, everybody knows you tail me. Sometimes I'll ditch the guy. Sometimes I'll let him follow me. What are you going to do? Prove me out? I did say he's a stalker. The allegations are stalking. Right? Your camera doorbell. You are hacking my app. You are trying to take my money. We didn't let her make any money. We're going to tow the car. Then we're going to put her on a plane to Texas. And as soon as she hits Texas dirt, we'll put her back in jail and make her sign that letter of apology Charles Perry wrote. Well, yeah, you got caught because you pissed off the wrong people and it wasn't up to you. When we got that recording, did anybody call you and ask your consent to give it to me? Fuck no. Wasn't up to you. It's not up to you. I told you to leave me alone or they'll do it for you. You choose. I'm sure you can live with your choices. I'm sure, Mr. Perry, you can live with all the choices you make. Every minute of your life you waste away watching television, pretending that's your life. You look fucking buffoon. You look buffoon. So, last thing, and I'm done. You've wasted enough of my fucking time again today. Look at that, for the record, Mr. Perry. Charles Perry's a peeping Tom, or he wouldn't know when I'm working. Wouldn't care, shouldn't care. Only reason you would if you're a stalker. FBI Keith, there's federal stalking laws prohibiting what he's doing to me. And, so I hope what I heard earlier today was wrong. Keith is mad. She found out again. I'm being protected, and that makes you mad? Oh, my God. So, people are safe because there's somebody in law enforcement protecting me. They also tried to kill me, Keith. Did you not? I mean, the same police that gave me the recordings that you're upset that I got, that saved me, they saved my life, sir. They hired a hitman. The syringe thing, ask Charles about it. I'm not even going to repeat it. I think I've got it somewhere still. It was from, like, April 2020. Charles Perry is stalking, or he would know or care anything I do. And, I mean, this was, it sounded a lot more official when they said it to me. His intent is to intimidate by threat and coercion to procure a false statement. You wanted to starve me, make sure I didn't make any money, then have my car towed, then have me take a plane to Texas because Ernest is supposed to tell me. I don't know if you called him yet or not. He's supposed to tell me we'll put some money on your credit card so that you can put it on hers, and then she's gonna get a cab and hop a plane, and we're gonna go through all her shit, and then we're gonna put her in jail and make her apologize. Wow, that's a lot of coercion, isn't it? It's you're starving me by hack. So you got hacking, you got coercion, you got a lot of shit right here, FBI Keith. And illegally obtained information of where I'm working because you're hacking me. I mean, golly, it's so easy. It's not even fair, sir. So, hold on. There it is. I think we found a hitman that could kill her that's not linked to me. See that, FBI Keith? Dated December 23rd, 2020. Because I was trying to help Mike, and they did not like that at all. And this was the whole allergic reaction, syringe, fake medical emergency. And if those cops hadn't told me what, like they did last night that supposedly pissed you off, I'd be dead. I'd fucking be dead right now. I knew not to go to work, and sure shit, don't partake in a faked up medical emergency. And don't take a shot, because it's going to kill me. Dead. And then they're going to tell everybody it was a unfortunate allergic reaction. I think, look at the date on that. Yeah, they did not, they didn't like what I did with Mike's case. And coming out to help him. That's called witness tampering. It's, I don't know. Are you not reading the law right, or is that information incorrect and you weren't pissed that I found out again they were trying to hurt me? It's a crime. It's crossing state line, sir. So it's federal, right? But you're from Lubbock, so you may not. I mean, Lubbock's a little slow. They don't understand words like everybody else seems to. So I don't know you. I've not met you. I don't have anything against you. I don't pick a fight with you. What I know is this. Yeah. I mean, I hear you that you're mad that I found out again what he was trying to do to hurt me. That was illegal. We've had a lot of problems with people in Lubbock understanding what the law says, and what people are saying to them, and what Mr. Perry's legislative duties are. It's not stalking. It's not doing shit like that. Can't identify his legislative duties. Can't identify what state he legislates in. Can't identify what activities constitute a date. And can't identify what a metaphor is and an analogy, or snark, or sarcasm. So I don't know. Maybe that's your crowd. It's not mine. It's not mine at all. And the harassment emails actually substantiate a very astute policeman, Commander O'Ritchie of D.C. Homicide, retired, who caught something didn't look right when protocol wasn't followed in the death of a United States Supreme Court who's all about First Amendment, and they were about to perpetrate a fraud upon that court. They planned it. They premeditated it. It was malicious. It was intended to intimidate me and all the other victims of their little peep show, the little online peep show that may or may not have something to do with Josh Schulte. If you didn't look into it, maybe you should. I'm not impressed with anybody from Lubbock. So, I don't know. You might want to... Mr. Perry, I did tell you that when Ted Cruz would come through there, that I sat and had lunch with him one day, and he described his day to me, and he's very busy. He has no time for your soap opera bullshit. None. That's what guys with power do. I'm guessing Tommy Tuberville, United States Senator Tommy Tuberville, same thing. No time for soap opera bullshit. I bet you they don't spend 1 minute on their asses watching women in the privacy of their home pretending that's their life. So if you want power, get off your ass and go fucking work. And don't complain when we find out that you're trying to commit another crime. It's been that way for a long time. I don't know what the delay is. Believe me, I wish there wasn't one. I wish this was over yesterday, years ago. And Tulsa police could have helped. They could have just, I don't know, obstruct. That's a pretty blatant obstruction case, isn't it? And other than that, nobody owes you an explanation. Mr. Perry. And I would like you to stop butting in to my private conversations with my friends and family. I would like you to stop contacting them. And I would sure as shit like you to leave Michael Neely alone. Either get him out of jail or leave him alone. Okay? And when we find out what you're doing, it isn't up to you. You're being stopped. You're hurting people. You're hurting people. FBI Keith, the role of a law enforcement officer, sir, is to stop crime and end the suffering. Okay? I know that. Everybody knows that. Everybody has that reasonable expectation that that's what you'll do. And not get pissed off when somebody finds out there is crime and they stop it. And then you're mad? Really? Please tell me that was bullshit. I don't even know what to say to that. Charles, stop acting like a little girl. Stop it. See that? FBI Keith. John Lopez was the chief of staff who almost went to jail with John Ensign. And so that's what that article was about. And it was an interview with the Politico with John over the whole John Ensign thing. So, needless to say, after he and I have this argument where we're screaming at each other, and then we made up and kissed and made up and we're friends again, and then they had to go through that situation. I'm reaching out to him and I'm letting him know, hey, we're good, and he's telling me I'm glad we're friends now, because he lost a lot of friends, I guess. Anyways, most people do not pick up the phone and get the chief of staff of a United States senator on the phone. They don't do it. I did. So, and then John, much less scream. I mean, we're having a yelling match, and then we're friends again. So, I mean, it's not like I don't know how to say what I think, and not used to talking to people in power, and having a very direct, blunt conversation with those people. I do. I can, and I do. I have. So I don't know why in the hell you would be very upset when somebody protected me, somebody in law enforcement protected me. Why? Please tell me that was not true, that we heard that a day, I guess it was today or yesterday or something. I don't even know. Right now I'm just like kind of overwhelmed with what just happened, or almost happened. And my having to repeat myself again and again and again and again. I don't like you, Charles. Stay the fuck away from me. Stay the fuck away from my family. Stay the fuck away from Officer Neely and his family. We're not okay with it. You might have your Keith Quigley guy or whatever, Lubbock people, which I don't even begin to understand Lubbock. There's a reason I left. I can't relate to you guys at all. I can't do it. I don't understand you. Dan Pope told me when I first moved there, you're going to have a hard time living here. And I was like, what? He goes, I'm telling you, you're going to have, I'm not trying to run you out of town or anything. And I'm not trying to, please don't take it the wrong way. I'm not trying to be mean to you. But I'm going to tell you right now, you can't relate to these people at all. Because when I'm talking to you, the way your train of thought and the way you do things and the way that you think is not Lubbock. It's not even close. It's going to be very difficult for you to tolerate some shit that goes on here. And he was not wrong. He was absolutely right. I don't understand anybody that would be happy when people are getting hurt and mad when somebody steps in to stop it. I don't know why you would do that. Who the fuck does that? I don't know why you would let a Supreme Court judge get killed or die in your area. And there's a lot of suspicious things about it, and why was policy and protocol not followed? And you've got a DC homicide guy questioning why wasn't protocol followed? It would have been he died here, and nobody checks. FBI Keith. So maybe let's look into that, and let's make sure there's no more dead people. Maybe let's look into Josh Schulte and find out, and maybe you already know. Maybe let's not look the other way this time. People are hurting. Maybe you make it stop because you're a lawman. That's what lawmen do, right? Lawmen are called to relieve suffering caused by crime. And everybody that knows me knows that the way I feel about law enforcement is if you can't do it right, just maybe do something else for a living. Because you're taking our money, tax dollars, and you're taking a criminal's money too. And I don't really want to take care of you and put a roof over your head and a car in your driveway and have a reasonable expectation they're going to keep me safe from a bad guy if you're actually not going to keep me safe from the bad guy. What I'd like you to do is, if you're going to be a corrupt piece of shit, you're ruining the bad ones, ruin it for the good ones. What I'd like you to do instead is go ahead and quit your job as a whatever you are, whether you're local or federal, whatever you are, and just go work for Charles. He pays really well, I hear. And let's not pretend. Let's just be real straight and direct and solve the problems. If the problem is that you're mad that people are safe, gosh, you're not in the right job. You're in the wrong job. And we're not okay with that. I'm a citizen. I'm not okay with that. No citizen's okay with that. No citizens anywhere are okay with corrupt cops. Watch the news. You can see it. Everybody gets pissed when you start talking about police corruption. They get mad. People are mad about that. They don't like it. The public doesn't like it. We're not okay with it. We're not okay with it. And if everybody thinks Clarice was written for me, about me, or whatever that was all about, then it is there's a lot of similarities. That's for absolute sure. Then when she's in the second episode, she's talking to the guy that thinks he's helping women with his hillbilly drug treatment program, whatever. Yep. Okay. So that's similar. She's dealing with fucking hillbillies, and she's dealing with somebody that's making it sound like he's helping women when he's actually abusing women, pimping these women out to local officials for a prostitution deal. So that's the TV show. Well, this isn't a whole lot different than that. And they got Sheriff Rowen. The guy says is my bitch. I own him. The guy says, the pervert, the criminal. I own him. He's my bitch. And do you think Mr. Perry doesn't say that about any of you who are on his payroll? He likes looking like a hotshot, so I assure you he does. And I hope that's not the best you can do in your career in law enforcement. That's not what that job's for. Charles, get the fuck out of my life. Get the fuck out of it. Get the fuck out of it. It'll be done for you. It's not up to you. The same way we find out what you just tried to do. It's not up to you. Get the fuck out of my life. Stop acting like a bitch-ass girl. Stop acting like a little girl. Act your age. Act like you would want your son to act if he's rejected and he wouldn't make a fool out of the whole family. Act your fucking age and stop acting like a girl. Stop. Stop contacting me. When you do it anyway, after I've told you not to, then you get a lot of the wrong people pissed at you. Okay? Leave me the fuck alone, weirdo. You're a weirdo. You're just a weirdo. Leave me the fuck alone. Get a life and get out of mine. And don't fuck with Michael anymore. Leave him alone. Either get him out of jail or just leave him the hell alone. Leave everybody alone. You notice the tone here? You are bothering people. Leave everybody alone. Go back to your sandbox where where all your little weirdo people are. And in our sandbox, we don't want you in it. Get out of it. You don't fit in. You don't fit in.